Hi viewers, thanks for joining the Cold Display Solutions channel. We're going over the 5 easiest steps to diagnose a fridge or freezer that's not cooling. So the first things we check when we get on site or to the fridge that's playing up is for power. Obviously the easiest way to check initially is the lights. Are the lights working? Which they are in this case. So we know this unit's got power. Generally, if you've got no lights or you can't hear the compressor running, you've got a power issue. We recommend you check the power outlet with, say, an appliance or a phone charger to check there's power there. Once you know there's power, you can continue on with the next checks. So positioning of your fridge or freezer is actually critical with its performance. The first point is for it to be away from direct sunlight entering the unit or on the sides, because this will add massive heat load. So make sure it's not in direct sunlight. The next one is away from a door or a draft area. Imagine you're opening the door and wind's blowing in. It's obviously putting heat load onto the unit and that will affect its cooling. Another point is to have a good gap for airflow around the unit, to the sides, to the top, and also to the rear. There should be about a 200mm gap to the rear wall so air can flow correctly. And of course the next one is level ground. So you want your unit on level ground. If it's not, water can go to the wrong place in the unit and upset the sensors, which will give a false temperature reading. So our main call out and a major service point for any fridge or freezer is the condenser. This is the vessel that discharges heat away from the unit. And if this is blocked by dust or dirt or plastic bags in some cases, it'll stop the unit from cooling. We'll run over how to check this with you. And this is a major reason for call outs. These are located sometimes or often at the base or the top of the unit. And we always recommend prior to cleaning or removing any panels from the unit that you switch the unit off. Another massive call out is ice ups inside fridges or freezers. The first cause for these is obviously the doors being open too long while loading. It can also mean there's a defrost malfunction. And another major point you can check is by checking up inside the unit at the evaporator, you may be able to see ice in there. If you do see ice inside your unit, we recommend switching it off overnight and then plugging it in the next day and checking on its performance. If the unit ices up after 2 to 3 days, it's indicating a defrost fault or another fault with the unit, and we recommend you call a technician. Another major call out for units that is a pretty obvious one really for not cooling is a door seal issue. So if the door seals are worn or hanging off and there's air entering the unit, it'll put a large amount of heat load onto the fridge. Also with open fridges, where the front's open, you want to check your night curtains working properly and holding down correctly. Again, this is really important to leave this closed when you're not trading, because it'll save a lot of power and the unit's basically working a lot less. A very easy way to also check the performance or get your unit running correctly is to just unplug it for a minute. A lot of the modern controllers have an out of temperature alarm, which indicates sometimes that the unit's not performing, perhaps because of the points we've just been over. So try unplugging it for about 1 minute and then plug it in again. You may find that this clears the codes and the unit will start cooling.